Welcome, I'm Riley Karanik, and today we are going to look at Bachmann's Digital Command Control train set. The name of this set is Bachmann's Digital Commander, and it comes with 2 DCC-equipped locomotives, 3 freight cars, a loop of track with a siding, and Bachmann's DCC onboard Digital Command Control Center. In this video, we are going to take a look at Bachmann's 2 locomotives that are featured in this set, the 3 pieces of rolling stock, the loop of track, and Bachmann's Digital Command Control Center. So without further ado, let's get on the rails and start rolling. One of the locomotives featured in this train set is a Bachmann GP40 diesel locomotive. This locomotive is equipped with speed, direction, and lighting control, features die-cast metal trucks, an all-plastic body shell with separately applied grab irons, horns, and accurately molded fan vents. The only downside I have to say about this particular locomotive is that it is not equipped with sound. Although you can run DCC onboard locomotives with sound, this set does not feature any locomotives with sound. This locomotive is available separately with a DCC sound value chip that equips the locomotive with sound, and you're able to control the speed, direction, lighting, and sound effects of the locomotive. The locomotive available separately with sound has a different road number, although I'm not sure which road number it is, but the particular road number on this locomotive is 3507. This particular GP40 locomotive sports the Santa Fe freight paint scheme, which means this locomotive is equipped to pull any freight car consist you'd like. The GP40 is a very popular diesel locomotive, and it's one of my personal favorite locomotives of all time. So without further ado, we are going to take a look at the FT locomotive that is also featured in this set. Here's a look at the FT locomotive. It has a front headlight sporting a red, silver, and yellow lining paint scheme. This locomotive, as a matter of fact, does not pull freight. In fact, it actually pulls passengers. Now, this locomotive has long been out of service and retired because Santa Fe ended up becoming a freight line, best to my knowledge. And this locomotive would look great with Santa Fe silver passenger cars. This war bonnet paint scheme was known for passenger service. And as a matter of fact, I heard that from a Lionel train set, this set was called Train to the Stars because many famous people rode the Santa Fe Railroad when they needed to get from place to place. Now you can pull this locomotive along with your freight consist, but if you want an accurate representation of the Santa Fe Passenger Railroad, I would get yourself some passenger cars. Now, this set doesn't come with any passenger cars to go with your FT Santa Fe locomotive. It's still a great addition overall, and it looks great alongside the Santa Fe Freight Scheme locomotive. As mentioned earlier, the set was also equipped with freight cars. This particular set came with a CSX open quad hopper with coal load. Now, I don't have the CSX coal load hopper, but I do have the Norfolk Southern coal load hopper. I actually bought this set as a whole, but unfortunately I cannot find my CSX coal hopper. So this Norfolk Southern one will have to do for now. I really like the coal load. It looks very realistic, and the Norfolk Southern printed lettering looks great as well. You can purchase this Norfolk Southern open quad hopper separately from Bachmann's catalog or your local hobby store. It looks absolutely great behind the Santa Fe GP40 diesel locomotive, as it looks like freight is being moved across the nation. This coal is meant to keep steam engines running that are still in service today, and the steam engines running today are mostly seen doing passenger service, as many freight trains are being pulled by diesel nowadays. Here's a 50-foot plug door boxcar. This is Western Maryland cushion car. I don't really have much to say on this particular piece of rolling stock. It's a boxcar. It's a very nice piece, and it looks great with the freight train. Moving on to the caboose. Here's a look at the caboose. I really like this item. It's red and yellow, well, oxide red and yellow, with the letters ATSF written on it, and the Santa Fe logo on it. This looks great in your consist. I believe they also sell this particular caboose separately, but I believe they discontinued it, however, because they came out with another caboose that was all red, and it wasn't oxide red, it was like a cherry red, kinda. I don't know, you'll have to look at the Bachmann catalog to have a look at that. But also, another fun fact about this particular caboose that is also featured in not only this set, but Bachmann's Canyon Chief set. I may get that set someday, I may not, who knows. If I get to it, I'll review it. This caboose is very nice and even has room in the little steps to put passengers or brakemen inside, rather. And it looks great on your consist. So moving on now, we're going to have a look at the layout itself. The set you see here is everything you get in this set except for the track siding that the FT is on. I added one piece of straight track to add a siding to it to give that FT a place to sit while the freight train is running. It comes with 12 pieces of curved track, 4 pieces of straight track, 1 straight plug-in terminal rerailer, 1 manual turnout, and 1 bumper. Now, if you're a first-time model railroader, this is the perfect set for you, especially if you want to get serious into DCC and model railroading. This track is nickel silver track and does not rust or oxidize like steel alloy track does. This gray-red roadbed looks perfect on model railroads, and it looks great because it looks very realistic. The nickel silver track looks immaculate, and the trains running look great on the track because it looks like real track. Another thing I forgot to mention earlier is that all the locomotives and rolling stock are equipped with easy mate knuckle couplers. All you have to do is push them together and the trains go on their own. Now, some people will try to, put the freight cars together with the engine backing up onto the freight cars, which is fine because that's how locomotives work. They're supposed to back up and then you hook them up, but unfortunately sometimes the easy mate knuckle couplers don't always work, so sometimes you have to do it yourself. But other than that, it's great and it's fun, and I absolutely love it. Another thing included in this set is a DVD and a magnet, which you can put underneath one of the straight pieces of track, which is an under-track uncoupling magnet, and a brakeman figure. So, if you'd like to uncouple your cars without taking apart your consist, you can simply put it over the under-track magnet, and an adhesive indicator is provided to show you which track piece has the under-track magnet. And so you can push the cars to any desired location on your layout. Now, let's take a look at the running operation of the locomotives and the whole train itself. Okay, so our set is assembled, the train is assembled, and everything is hooked up correctly. This particular GP40 Santa Fe diesel locomotive's digital address is number 2. And so, how are we going to light this up? Well, I'll show you. So we press function, go to number 10, and press light. And those bright lights shine. Wow. Now, as I mentioned earlier, there's no sound, but you can control sounds on these locomotives if they are so equipped. So let's bring it away. Alright, and I think that just about wraps up this review for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like and a comment, and we'll catch you all next time. Be sure to pick up this set if you haven't got it, because it's a very nice set. I actually got this for Christmas back in 2019 from my own grandmother, and that's why I was able to get this set. It's a great set, 2 locomotives, you can't go wrong. The price is actually not bad. It's $429 in the catalog, I believe, and you're going to find it in the mid-200 range at retail. It's a great set, and I highly recommend it overall. Bachmann, keep up the great work. You do such wonderful work with your trains, and keep up the great work, Bachmann. We really appreciate it. And a lot of us fans that are a fan of trains and everything really appreciate everything Bachmann has done. Those who are a fan of Bachmann, I know there are some out there who don't like Bachmann, which is fine. Everybody's got their own opinion. So, if you've watched this video to the very end, I'm glad you did. So make sure you take a look at the set. You won't be disappointed. Have a great day, guys. Thank you.